G'day everyone, and welcome back to the ironic adventures of Blonq the Unkillable. So folks, we are still in the caves of Red Rock. We've found plenty of small trinkets and weird artifacts that we can use to take back to Argive for the Knick-Knack quests. But we're on our way down to level 4 of this cave to find out what's been eating the water vine. This is not a mystery to me because I've done this quest a number of times before, but we're so close to unraveling the secrets of an early game quest that you play so many times as you die repeatedly in this particularly lovely roguelike. So Blonq the Unkillable is our character, and thus far has lived up to their name. Let's see if we can keep that ball rolling. We still have a little bit of this level that we have yet to explore, and I must resist the urge to move too quickly and die in a reckless fashion. Ugh! So here is a jilted lover in a tight corridor that I moved onto too quickly, so we're going to have to take them down with melee instead. Nice and stately, Tony. There's no rush, and there's nobody watching impatiently. I have faith in you, dear viewers. A wooden buckler. I've been waiting for such a thing. Oh, and a two-handed sword will sell for a nice amount of money, so we'll grab that as well. That was air quotes, nice amount of money, parentheses, for early game. I can shoot straight back at you, thank you. Did I hit? No, I missed and they ran away. I think I killed them. No, I did not. This is ridiculous. I have many legs and many arms. Let's just run in and be done with it. Good. More arrows. Cloth overalls. Let's take the arrows out of the bow. Thank you. And the rest of it, I think, we'll just let lie. We're at 261 of 283 pounds. We're going to have to start being a little more selective. We'll heal ourselves up. A little more selective in what we pick up. I'm now eating vine wafers instead of star apples. Let's just check our food. 25 vine wafers, 2 witchwood bark. If that gets a little more dire, then it's possible I will pick up butchery. Yes, we're eating things awfully quick at the moment. So butchery may be a thing that we grab for ourselves quite soon, because it would be it wouldn't be great to starve to death. It's the understatement of the decade. Oh man, they're just coming out of the walls here. And the stairs that we're looking for are right next to us. Beaded bracelet, that will sell for a pretty penny. Leather armor, don't need that right now. There are a lot of chests just lying around in the world at the moment. Oh boy, yes, thank you very much. So I'm keeping a very close eye on my encumbrance now, because when you're carrying too much gear and you're not allowed to move and you're not allowed to move anymore, it doesn't just stop you from maneuvering around, it actually stops you from being able to attack at all, which is not great. I'm assuming this bear is going to be hostile. Yes. Bear, only the familiar nursery rhyme courses through your brain. The grizzly bear is huge and wild. It has devoured the infant child. The infant child is unaware it has been eaten by the bear. Equipped with bite, claw, claw, duck, duck, goose. It's in fine health, average difficulty, and hostile. Next to it we have a cannibal. And in this particular game, cannibals are hostile to me. This stout human's bare skin is pallid from years of abstaining from sunlight. His eyes are glazed and bestial. Isolation has rendered him more of a beast than a man, equipped with a bite and a club. It's time for some freezing hands. We should be able to hit both of them with that, I believe. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of cannibals coming at me. Sprint. I don't need to sprint right now. What I need is to hit this bear and take it down quickly. Nice. How many turns on cooldown? Another 6. And that is average difficulty. Let's just see how we go. Nice cleave with the axe there. Goodness me, look at all of them. I want to make sure that I'm using those freezing hands the very moment that I'm able to. Seem to be on a reasonable roll here. Wow. That's pretty good. Let's try some more. We'll hit the wait a turn and let them move in closer should they wish to. They don't, so I'm going to shoot him with an arrow and then wait a bit longer. Sure, there was another giant centipede, but maybe not. Okay, so there's a heap of stuff here that I'd normally auto-loot, but it's not doing that because there are enemies around, and like looting or interacting with the inventory takes a game tick. There we go, we've got some auto-gets now. Witchwood wreath, £1. I can afford that, I can sell it. Bear, corpse, 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 iron battle axe. No, thank you. Just scanning the loot piles here. Nothing immediately obvious that we're going to pick up. So let's heal ourselves. Good. Cave spider. Whoa, more of the things. Let's try some tricky maneuvering here and see if we can... Are they fighting the cave spider? They might be. Ha! Classic. Goodness me, there are considerably large gluts of enemies here. I don't usually see them in this many, sort of in this clustered a fashion, but I guess that's part of the random roll, yeah? Hooray! We did it! Gained a level and are now level 4. We gained 7 hit points, 74 more skill points, and another mutation point. That's a good batch of hit points we got going for ourselves here now. 46. Slender wide-brimmed hat. What is that going to give us? 0 armor and 1 dodge. I think we're going to stick with the armor for right now. Okay. No attribute points to assign. 1 mutation point to assign. Can we put it into freezing hands? We absolutely can, and we absolutely will. And 222 skill points. What level are we now? We're level 4. So another 2 levels until we get 1 more attribute across everything, which will give us 17 intelligence, 19 strength, and that's going to unlock a bunch of other stuff. So with that in mind, we may just stick about and wait for that axe proficiency to tick. I'm going to grab butchery because I'm going to need some food soon. And is it worth getting acrobatics? +2 bonus to dodge value. Jumping. That's a good idea for later. Let's go with shields. And then we'll save the rest of our points, because I'm sure that I picked up at least 1 shield somewhere around here. Wooden buckler. I got 2 of them. Excellent. Now, I believe that the 1 armor and -1 dodge, I think the armor value only applies when you successfully block or when you are hit with a melee attack. I'm not precisely sure as to how that works. But on our right arm, we're going to put one of the bucklers. Hang on a second. Let's just check. 3 armor, 9 dodge. 3 armor, 9 dodge. Alright, so that hasn't taken away from that. And I mean, we've got all these arms. We may as well put things on them. Right? There we go. Let's continue. That's probably an arrow that I can pick up. Yes. You can never have too many arrows. Farewell, scavenger. And farewell, cave spider. Healy, 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 heal. Whoa, I'm bleeding. Why am I bleeding? What did I hit that caused me to bleed, I wonder? I guess I could check the log, but I'm not going to. I have to remember to use my freezing hands more often because kind of letting them go to waste if I don't. And it also is a really handy way of doing a little bit of crowd control. Crocuses. Oops, no, I don't want to shoot. I want to get Witchwood Wreath. No, I don't need anything of that right now. Unless something like that drops, in which case I will very much pick it up and go in and remove that power cell. Good. Okay. I'm actually a little bit surprised that that we haven't come across a more powerful kind of boss snapjaw. Sometimes you hit them super early in the game. I've in fact bumped into one immediately down the first set of steps descending into this cave. But there don't seem to be any of them yet, at least. A number of times I've ended up in this situation where I've had to run quite literally all the way back to Joppa and hope that the town guards will help me defeat. It's just a plague of enemies chasing us along. All right, we auto got a lead slug which we could use in a musket or a desert rifle if we had them. But there's also an engraved item. We're going to grab that. And we're going to go and find it in our inventory, and we are going to inspect it because it's engraved with a message. With a wavy blade, the desert kriss is a common weapon of the desert men. Engraved. This item is engraved with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Sulexes III. I believe that is the same Sultan who we found a statue of earlier. While wandering around Akaruk, Sulexes III discovered Nipper Steeple. There she befriended succulents and built a glass gazebo. We're going to add that information to our journal, but no quest from it. That's fine. We learned something today, everyone. We learned a little bit of procedurally generated world history, and are all richer and better off for it. So much murder today. Witchwood Wreath, really not worth us picking it all up at the moment. We're so close to being maxed out on what we can carry, and we're about to, well, provided we survive, and of course we will with a name like Blonq the Unkillable. We're going to have to dump a whole bunch of shit to be able to carry the corpse that we need to carry back to town. We just picked up a shield that had a prefix on it that I'm not entirely sure what it means. Sturdy wooden buckler. This item cannot break. That sounds good to me. Let's go and put that on our arm. Thank you. Excellent work. Really bringing it all together today. Eat a vine wafer. I am getting quite concerned about food because I haven't really found a creature that you harvest meat from yet. If we were outside and we were killing boars and so on, then there would be plenty to chow down on. I'm a little bit disappointed that the bear earlier didn't give us any bear jerky. So I'm just going to watch carefully for when that vine wafer starts getting low, because at some point I think we might have to eat a corpse. And yes, that is something that I have now said out loud on the internet. Did I miss an area of the map? Or is this just a really constricted map? Is there a corridor heading south somewhere? There is not. Okay. I hear you. Let's try and find what's eating the water vine so we can get back to town and get some more food with all this loot we're carrying. Whoa! Gear lying on the ground. I am automatically suspicious. Like, really suspicious. Nord water vine. Okay, we're on the right part of the level to complete the quest, and we're going to move with great caution. There's already something shooting us from off screen. There you are. Oh my goodness, we're all the way down to 26 already. This is why keeping things clear of Dreadroot is important, because I'm sure you can imagine if we ended up ping-ponging backwards and forwards there in a feared state, that's probably worth a bit. And it's going to weigh way too much, and now we're carrying too many things. Those probably won't sell for a heap. We'll drop all of them. Let's drop both of those as well. We're going to need to do some serious downscale. I'm still carrying too much. Ugh. Sure, you can go, and both of you can go as well. Is that better? It's still not good enough. What am I doing wrong? Oh, no. Ugh. I was accidentally hitting auto-equip instead of drop. That won't do it all. That's better. Now, I think these Nord water vine... Oh, God. I think these Nord water vine actually go into... Oh, no. What just got rusted? A bronze two-handed sword. That was worth a bit of money, but it's fine. And a jilted lover is right there too. This is not good news, folks. I'm in a really bad way here. Am I bleeding? I'm not bleeding. And I can pick up a lover's blossom. That's, I believe that's a crafting item. Let's heal here. Let's get ourselves back up to a much nicer 46 hit points. Oh God, I'm going to have to find the rest until healed button if I'm going to keep recording these. My apologies, I'll sort that out for next time. I think the Nord water vine is going into our food list. Let me just check. It is. Good. I'm going to pick up all of it that I can. There's a kudzu there. We're going to shoot it with a bow so it can't rust any more of our things. A shotgun shell. Nice. And here's a jilted lover. So when I was saying earlier that we hadn't seen a lot of... am I going to hit it or not? No. Just going to have to deal with it the old-fashioned way. When I was saying earlier that we hadn't seen a lot of jilted lovers and kudzu, seems to have been saving them all for these latter areas of the game. Let's try and get a better angle. I don't know if angle has anything to do with hitting things, but I have a feeling that it does. I think there's quite a lot of things getting simulated in this game. Now, I'm getting a little bit nervous that I'm finding shotgun shells lying around here. I have often wondered if the kind of the percentage chances of things that are being calculated off of roll tables here, like if I'm finding good stuff for gear, does that mean that there are also tough enemies that have been rolled as part of the same random generation, or are they independent? And the cautious pessimist in me always just assumes that if I'm finding good gear, it means that there's horribly, horribly tough monsters lurking in every shadow, and that we're all going to die. Ring mail, it's going to be too heavy. Lead slug will be great for when I get a musket. I'm rushing a bit here, folks. Let's take it a little slower. All right. If I can keep my encumbrance under control here, and we get back to town with all this gear, we're going to have a good batch of stuff to sell off if our ego penalty isn't so extreme that we just get seriously ripped off. Let's do this. Nice. Just methodically taking down everything that we can. Picking up food along the way. And shotgun shells along the way. It's only 10 experience points for each of them, but in these early stages, they those 10 points really rack up pretty quickly. It's so easy to end up. Oh dear! It's so easy to end up bumping into these things without meaning to when you're moving fast around the world. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. I'm just gonna kill it. It reaches a certain point where it's just not worth. Where it's not worth wasting arrows. It grabbed me, but I pretty much killed it immediately. Heal, heal, heal. Ugh. Man, that's good YouTube, and Tony. Thanks, man. Another seed spitter. Ooh, some water. Is it fresh water? It is not fresh water. It's salty water. That's a shame. Be nice if there was just free money floating around on the ground that I could pick up. You do find it occasionally, but it's not common. I must slaughter every dreadroot. Grab that. Am I overburdened? No, I'm not. Now, I'm worried that I've left a section of the map further up near the stairs here unexplored. I'm just going to go and check and make sure... Oh, there is another cave up here. Alright, let's head this way then. It's also blocked by a kudzu, and I don't want to risk it. If there's a way that I can move around this way and come back through and manage to shoot them with a bow and arrow rather than walking straight into them, then I'd much prefer that. Take that 10 experience. Okay, so this is something that I've seen in every iteration of this cave that I've played so far. There's an underground river that always runs off screen, and you can kind of wander along and follow it and explore other areas of the cave. We're not going to do that right now because I want to complete this quest and I want to get back to town, and I'm already very close to being overburdened and carrying a lot of things. I don't know why that keeps happening. What am I doing? Clearly tapping something on my keyboard here that I shouldn't be. Lazy fingers happening here because it's getting late. Aha! We have finished the step, find the critters, of the quest What's Eating the Water Vine, and receive 100 experience points. Yes! That means there's a Gershling nearby, and there they are. Gershling. Black ooze drips from its fangs to its pallid leg things. It shudders in primordial ecstasy and lets out a shrill whine that pierces your skull. Let's see if we can lure it away from that spitter that I can hear. Maybe the spitter's actually attacking it. Take out that dread root. Alright, now we're cooking. Frozen. And hit it as hard as we can, as quick as we can. Done. Now we've got to pick up its corpse, and it weighs 30 pounds. Ugh. And rather than wrangling with that right now, we're going to go and take this thing out so that it stops spitting at us. Done. Then we're going to heal. Oh, there's another one. That's not good. Let's heal up in here. Those seed spitters, when they come at you in clusters, can be a real pain. Dread roots everywhere. So many of them. Take them all down. Good grief. Much better. Much, much, much better. Ow! Hooray! We've gained another level. We're really burning through them now. Level 5, we've gained 8 hit points, 74 skill points, and 1 mutation point. That's tremendously good. We're going to take out this kudzu. We're going to pick up this lead slug. We're going to heal ourselves up, because that's not a great way to start the next part of the Let's Play. But the clock is telling me that that's time, folks. So thank you all very much for watching. If you would like to get in touch with me on Twitter and say nice things about how much you're enjoying this, you can find me at Kalinskald. That's Kalinskald. And I am also on a podcast called the First 10 Minutes Podcast, which you can find at thefirst10minutes.com and further details below. And I also do a game developer interview podcast series called Downloadable Context, which you can find at www.downloadablecontext.com and on Twitter at DLContext. So thank you all very much for tuning in, and check back again soon for more ironic adventures of Blonq the Unkillable.